Hi, I'm Horty Chicken and welcome to the Chicken Feed. Today it's Q&A and we're talking about how to engage with an audience when you may not have one. I've had a number of viewers ask me, how do you engage with your community at the beginning of your streaming? What do you do when there's nobody talking to you? What do you do when there's no one watching? The first piece of advice I will give you is don't assume that there's no one watching. On Twitch, often people will come and look at a channel and they will lurk. Lurking is the phrase that we use for people who don't engage but they're still watching you. So firstly, don't assume that there isn't someone there just because they're not chatting to you. So how do you engage? Well, in a minute, I'm going to show some examples of my very first stream. When I didn't have anyone chatting to me, I didn't know if anyone was there, but they certainly weren't chatting to me and I didn't have anyone to respond to. You can see very early on in these that I still chatted. I talked about the quest that I was doing. I made little witty jokes, well, I thought they were funny, to myself about Anduin in Stormwind and where I was going and if I'd been there before. In a way, it was kind of a narrative to myself. Now, I did try streaming ESO as well as World of Warcraft, and at one point I even tried reading the quests out loud, a little bit like, RP, although I don't really RP very much, but it gave me something to talk about. So you'll see when I press play in a moment that I just started to have some sort of dialogue with myself. I started to talk about where I was, what I thought about the area, different things about the quests. So I might stop now. You can have a little look at those. It's a little montage of very early on. Now you will notice the lighting is a lot different. I look a lot different. The set dressing is different. Remember, this is me, very first time I was starting on Twitch. So be gentle.
I've discovered I've been here so many times before. And here. Discovered, please.
Welcome, friend.
Yep.
I am
Hello,
King Anduin Wrynn.
Off you go. Okay. That's good. Okay.
Do you have a line of inquiry?
Most of the time. Stay shiny.
Until next time.
Okay. Now, I think in my toy box I have a map. Taking me a while to get ready for my first stream. I'm sure there's going to be some bugs and some things not working right. So if anyone notices that the sound is too loud, which I should probably have some music, that would be good. Get some music happening. And if that's too loud, please let me know. I hope you're doing okay and keeping safe in these very odd times that we live in now. It's certainly a little bit tough getting used to our new normal, but at least WoW's constant. That's what I think. Well, at least until the next expansion, then it all changes. Hi Mikey, thank you for following and thank you for being part of my very first stream. I thought trying to be really brave. I hope you're having a great day or night, wherever you are. Thank you. It's it's different streaming. I've watched so many for so long and I thought it's time I put my toe in the water and had a go. And so it was really to celebrate my first Loch Mechagnome. If you see anything that is, not working right, please let me know. If the sound is not right or the music's not right, I'd really appreciate that.
So you can see it was just a little bit of banter with myself and anyone that might have been there. Because I never knew if there was. I thought that there might have been. And if there was someone there, I wanted them to be interested in what I was showing. I wanted them to come back. And I was hoping that they might say hello. And ultimately, someone did. Don't be surprised if someone comes along and says hi. Many people will do a search of who is streaming from 0 numbers up. They will do the reverse. That's how my very first viewer found me, and he told me that. He did a reverse search to see who was playing or who was streaming and didn't have anyone watching them. And I was pretty excited when they said hello. And I think that takes me to my next step and the next question that I have from a community member. How do you engage with your people, with your community? And my advice here is literally engage. I remember the first person, I was so excited that they said hello. I asked where they were from. They told me where they were from. We talked about the game. We talked about what I was doing and my streaming, etc. I asked them for feedback straight away. Was my lighting okay? Could they hear me okay? Was the sound of the game okay? Did they enjoy it? I wanted to get to know them so that they were then feeling engaged with me and would come back. And then I remember the next person that came in, I had two people then. I remember introducing my first viewer to my second viewer. I actually said, hello, insert name here, have you met so-and-so from Michigan? I tried to remember something about my viewers so that if they came back to me, I could then say, how was your day? How are all things in Michigan? Try and remember a little bit about them. The other experience that I've had on the other side is when I've gone into a stream and I've said hello, and they've seen me down there, they've seen the chat, and they might say hello, but then they don't talk to me again. I might make another comment, but they don't engage. Many times I've been, early days especially, I've been in a chat, I've been in a stream, and I've said hello, and I've been ignored for 30 minutes. They might pet their dog, they might have a cigarette, they might talk to their partner, but they didn't speak to me, and I didn't go back. If I'm going into a stream, I'd like to think I can have a conversation or learn a little bit about them or the game that they're playing or share our common interests if it's a game that I play. So if you put the shoe on the other foot, how would you like to be engaged? So going back to what if nobody's there? I was asked, do you feel awkward, or how to get past that awkwardness? Just assume you're chatting to someone in your lounge room, your partner, your friend. Just assume there's someone else actually there and you're telling them about the game or you're having a bit of a joke with them about the game. Just always assume that there is someone there until someone is there. And when they do appear, engage with them, welcome them. They're coming there to get something from you. They're not coming there just to watch a game, because if they want that, they can do that themselves. They can do that very easily. But if you give something back to them and make them feel like you want them there, then they will come back. Make them feel a part of the community from the beginning and they will come back. And then when other people join, and this is something that I have done, welcome them into the community with that other person. My community now on Twitch all know each other mostly, and they come back for each other. It really is a community. So from the beginning, move past that awkwardness and know that to build the community, you need to push through that. You need to keep talking, regardless of whether or not someone is there, because you never know. Someone actually might be there and they're listening to you and they like what you've got to say and you're friendly, and one day they will say hi. One day they will answer a question that you might ask. I've got one more tip here that I think is important. If you watch my stream or other streamers, often you'll hear people say hi to their lurkers. We value you. We hope you're having a great day too. I also say this every stream. I will not call you out. Now, I've seen some streamers call a lurker out. And what that means is they can see if someone is in a stream. For example, they can click a button and they can see Haughty Chicken is watching. Now, I may not have said hello. I may just be wanting to see if this is the content that I want to support, if this is the content that is suitable for me, or if someone that I want to follow. So I may not say anything at first. I might just want to watch. Or I might be doing something else at the same time on my other monitor or whatever else, and I just have them in the background. But some people will see me there and they'll say, oh, Haughty Chicken, are you there? Who is that? Who is Haughty Chicken? Why don't you say hello? Why don't you say hello and tell us that you're there? And I actually get quite uncomfortable with that. I don't like being called out, because if I'm watching a streamer, however I want to choose to watch them, that's how I watch them. I don't want someone to then say, oh, you've got to talk or you've got to chat. And so I really make a point of saying I will not call out a lurker. I value them. I hope they're having a great day, but I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable. Now, that's my personal choice. I've seen other streamers call out their lurkers, but for me personally, it's not something that I do, because I think it's good to let people watch you how they want to watch you. Don't call them out, because more often than not, They may head off and they won't come back. So that's just one of my other tips. So at the end of it all, when you're starting off, it does feel a bit odd. You're not sure who you're chatting to. But the other side of that is you're not sure who you're chatting to. You might be chatting to your next VIP. You might be chatting to one of your key community members of the future. So keep on chatting, keep on making jokes, keep on telling them about the game that you're playing, the quests that make you laugh, the zones that you love. Just keep on chatting. They will engage. If you have any more questions, please pop them down below. That's where you'll also find my details for Twitch, Twitter, Discord, and Instagram. And remember, be kind and be you.